What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Got some pretty exciting news for you. Just recently, October 30th, Tryp FPV finally came out with a new regular update and did a lot of changes and improvements in the game, so let's take a look at that. So they just recently moved to Unreal Engine 5, which is actually really exciting. They're going to be using dynamic lighting, and there's going to be no more pre-baked lighting in the simulator. It's all going to be dynamic, I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that. But that's what's so special about Unreal Engine 5, and a lot of the new game developers are moving over to that now. So that's really cool. You can see right here all the improvements that they got. I'm not going to go through each and every single one, but if you're interested in reading this, you could either, they might have it on their Discord, or you can go on Steam, look up the game, and you can read all the notes right here. So I'll just go through some of the exciting ones, which this one actually really excited me. This was the challenge I did in my live stream that I could not complete because it wouldn't let me go through the top window. Finally completed that, so that's cool. They also added a bunch of new music in the game that plays while you're in a level, which is pretty cool. It's not bad music, but there's quite a bit of it. I'm not going to be featuring any of that just because of copyright reasons. I got hit with a copyright for, what was it? Liftoff, and I was doing a couple live streams on that, so I learned my lesson. But yeah, I'm pretty excited that they're making a move on this, and they added some new stuff in Desert, so there's a new area or two in that, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we're in the main menu now, and let me go through the music selection now. As you can see, this looks a little bit different. You can skip songs, but if you click down here, you got these different kinds of playlists to choose from, and they're all pretty good. Definitely makes flying a little bit more enjoyable than just hearing the drone itself. Doesn't really sound like a real drone, so I don't really care for it. But they got that, and you know what? I'm just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna check out the Desert Lost Temple. I'm actually really excited to show you guys this. Alright, so immediately, if you hit the map button and you go into areas, you will see that you got Souk, I think that's how you pronounce it, and Desert Old Village. These two are pretty close to each other, so I'm just going to start here because this one is just so fun, in my opinion. And here we are. As you can see, it's kind of like a newer desert village. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got really, really cool spots and gaps to hit. And I honestly think this is like the best area so far in the game, and I absolutely hated this level so much. It was just so boring. I'm glad they you know, listened to people and read the comments and made improvements like this, because it's so much better. But yeah, so you got this level now. And then right over here, you got the old village. Batteries are done charging. And this one's pretty cool. Not as cool as Souk, or however you want to pronounce it. They got this cool tunnel over here too. Definitely an improvement. There's a lot of stuff they added. And as well as adding new areas such as this, they also added some new scenarios, which is pretty cool. I think it's MotoGP. Let's take a look at that. So if you go over to scenarios here, you can see you got the originals. Oh yeah, MotoGP and airplanes. So let's check out the MotoGP. Probably gonna have to up my camera angle quite a bit. So in the notes, I don't know if you've seen it, but they added a cinematic mode. Slow motion. I don't know how that works, but I think it's at X. There we go. So if you hit the number pad, positive or negative, that adds or subtracts the value for the speed, I take it. No, first let's catch up to this motorcycle. Oh, that is pretty cool. So that's how you can record some cool cinematic shots. So, and then you also got the airplane. Let's go to that. That's pretty cool. Definitely good practice. I mean, I don't know how many times in your life you're gonna actually get to chase a real airplane, but safer to do it out here than in real life, that's for sure. But I mean, as you can imagine, it's pretty hard to chase this kind of stuff, so it's going really fast on full throttle, 50-degree camera angle. So yeah, aside from the new area, the scenarios, I do see a huge improvement in the graphics as far as the resolution scaling that they're using now. The lighting preset for this looks really good for this area, but it seems to run a little bit smoother. I'm not sure if that's, I don't think it's DLSS. I'm not sure if Unreal has that yet, but I'm getting a little bit of stuttering right here, but at the same time, I'm running everything on Ultra right now, so I have not tried turning that down yet. I thought that was a dive gap there. That'd be cool. So one thing I'm curious about is for the slow motion, if you can set it to an aux switch, because hitting X on your keyboard is kind of annoying. If you can move that to an aux switch, I feel like that would be a little bit more helpful. So actually, let's go in and look at that and see if we can change that. All right, flight modes, slow motion. Inputs. It does not seem like you can move it to an aux switch. Well, maybe that's something that they can look into. Maybe I'll put that in their Discord as like a recommendation to be able to do that, because that would be really, really cool. But aside from that, that's it, guys. If you're interested in this, you can find it on Steam. Super excited to see what they do in the future. Again, I'm glad they did such a big update for this already. Alright, but that'll do it for this, guys. If you're interested in this simulator, you can find it on Steam. I think it's $13.99 still. It's still actually in the early access, I believe I read, so I'm excited to see what it looks like when it's fully complete. It sounds like what they're working on right now at the moment is getting a more stable physics system, which I don't blame them on that. That's probably like one of the hardest things to accomplish with a simulator like this. But I mean, it feels pretty decent so far. So kudos to them. And now I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of freestyling. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.